Where are the Filipinos in the house? Make some noise. It is super phenomenal to be here with incredible performers. I never thought I'd be writing poetry. My background was musical theater, but I got tired of playing Chino from West Side Story. So I decided to go into something more lucrative, like poetry. I started to write poetry because I went through a quarter-life crisis. I was dating this older guy named Don, and he said, "Reggie, you're not writing about us, are you?" And I said, "No, Don, I'm not. But I am writing a fiction piece about dating an older guy." The chapter is called Don. But I spell it with 2 N's. And I went through a quarter-life crisis because I figured out what kind of guys were attracted to me. They're usually anthropologists. Because they're into my bone structure. So I'll be at a bar, and this hot guy will stare at me like I'm on the cover of National Geographic. And he'll ask me, "Where are you from?" "Baltimore?" No. "Where are you really from?" "Baltimore, Maryland?" So yes, the first Filipino spoken word poets. When I was growing up, we were the first Filipino family to move into Clinton, Maryland. Yeah, it was so long ago we came in on Carabao. I called our entrance the Little Nipa Hut on the Prairie. As soon as we moved into our new home, my mom, who was a nurse, a hypochondriac, and super Catholic, started making the sign of the cross with Lysol. I have 2 sisters named Faith and Charity. My name is Reggie. There is no hope in the family. While I was growing up, my mom would save all her money to buy a piano and give me lessons, because for Filipinos, a piano was like old-fashioned karaoke. And she wanted me to entertain all the Filipino doctors and nurses. A big hit was Memory from Cats. "Reggie, come on now, play me the Cats! Your titas and titos are here to hear me sing the Cats! Psst. Reggie, stop playing that video game all the time! Stop playing that Pac-Man, I'll pop with your head! Come, psst. Okay, ma. Okay. Midnight, not as someone is crying. I am beautiful. My mom would sing that song off key while everybody applauded with a plate of pancit noodles on their lap, sipping Pepsi and hailing her a Filipina Barbra Streisand. "Benildo Cabico, you sound like a Barbra Streisand." "Oh, really? You know why it is? It's because every time I play Barbra Streisand's records, her voice is flying out of the speakers, and her voice is going into my ears and through my body, and my feet become like Barbra Streisand. And my hands become like Barbra Barbra Streisand. And my eyes become like Barbra Streisand. And I could hear the wind of the beach of Boracay, Philippines, where the sand is like sugar and the water is blue. Memory, like the corner of my eye. That is the way we are. And then afterwards, she wouldn't sing anything else. She'd just run back into the kitchen, laugh like a Smurf, and make more pancit noodles. At night, my mom would make me and my 2 younger sisters pray the rosary in front of a 4-foot Mary statue standing on a huge green serpent. I call the statue Our Lady of Loch Ness. Regie, what is the first sorrowful mystery? Well, Mom, they all range from sorrowful to boring. Could I please watch Dynasty now? Regie, if you watch Dynasty, you will dynasty. And the Blessed Mother will not put you on the honor roll. Look at Romeo del Rosario. He's on the honor roll all the time and going to be full scholarship at Great St. Christopher School of the Glorious Ascension and Immaculate Conception of the Sea and Stars. Why cannot you be too like him, anak? You are smart too. But Mom, I don't want to go to all-boy Catholic school. I want to go to performing arts school. Mama, I saw the movie Fame, and I could see myself breakdancing on top of lunch tables and taxi cabs. And I want to be Coco Hernandez. Because I think she might be kind of Filipino. Regie, who was the Duke Ellington? And Washington, D.C. is so foreign dangerous, somebody will poke your head there. Dad, listen to this boy talk. Don't you know that I'm making sacrifices for you and sacrifices for you all the time? And you have to stay in all-boy Catholic school, see? 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 My hand is shaking with the gift of prophecy. Mom, that's arthritis. Father, forgive me for I have sinned. My last confession was yesterday. I know it's a sin to disobey your parents, but I scheduled an audition for the Duke Ellington School of the Arts. I needed a 3-minute monologue, so I took Jennifer Beals' monologue from the movie Flashdance. She doesn't have a monologue, but I strung all her lines together, and it comes to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, I never made it into the Duke Ellington School of the Arts. Instead, I went to Bishop McNamara High School, where for my senior year, I got the lead role in the play Dracula. But with all the white makeup on, I looked like Yoko Ono. But I knew that I could be more than Yoko Ono, so I auditioned for television parts in Washington, D.C., and I got a call back for America's Most Wanted to be a Vietnamese killer gang member. Regie, I know that you will be the killer. So she told everyone at church, and they were praying that I would be the killer. Let him be the killer, let him be the killer, let him be the killer. Let him be the killer, let him be the killer, let him be the killer. Let him be the killer. And I finally was the killer, and everyone came up to my mom and they said, Mrs. Cabico, your son was so good in America's Most Wanted. And she said, oh, well, yes, he was always very mean to me and his sisters. I'd be coming home late from rehearsals, and I would see through the window my mom pacing back and forth. And as soon as I got into the living room, my mom would say, Regie, where were you? I thought you died in a car accident. And she wanted to lead me into the other side of the living room where there was this huge light. I didn't know what was happening. Maybe it was a UFO had landed, or maybe the Blessed Mother herself made an apparition in our living room. And as I got closer, I saw that it was a lighted glass stand with all of my awards. Mom, what's this? Regie, this is your shrine. I know that you're going to be an actor, and if you are an actor, do not follow the soap operas because it will lead you to sin. Why don't you be like Oprah? Regie, you are my Hopra. I thought that because your dad is coming from a poor family, that he will work hard, but instead, he's always gallivanting around, drinking San Miguel beer and playing mahjong all the time. Gallivanting. I know that you will help me and your sisters. Mom, I'm not the patron saint to your immigrant dreams. I was just an Asian in the sun. I was named after a plumbing service in Baltimore. Regie sounded like my father's name, Rinaldo, ray of light, ruler, counselor. When I was 3 years old, I memorized Disney records, recited all the stories of wicked stepmothers and princesses. Mall shoppers threw money at me. When I was 5, I was lost in a pharmacy and couldn't find my father. So I walked home by myself. To this day, I have an excellent sense of direction. When I was 11, I recited the Christmas gospel with so much emotion, the nuns wept. By the time I was 16, I knew I had to go to New York City if I was going to be an entertainer. Never knowing that I'd never be Asian enough for the casting directors. By the time I was 23, my family lost their home, evicted, their belongings strung all over the sidewalk. I survived the American dream deferred in the loss of a mom who thought Lady Liberty would be this beach she saw watching Hollywood films. But today I lose myself in coffee houses, in cabarets, finding my way home.
Wow. Yes.